the green light.
Green light. I don't play 2K that much anymore. You know, green lights on 2K is like you in.
Yeah.
Then they started making it where like you can green light and it still miss.
Yeah.
Trash. Ronnie, you fucking up. Welcome to the Yunk Show. My name is Kendall.
I'm Dre.
Reformed 80s baby over here, man. Just thugging in these streets. I say that super sarcastically. I'm far from a thug. Don't quote me. Don't want no smoke, please. Don't quote me on that.
The YN's gonna pull up on you.
Look, we trying to nurture them. We ain't trying to really push them away. We got to bring them in, teaching some shit.
I don't know. Dr. Umar said I'm not gonna be able to psychologize.
I can't psychologize.
Some
all
of them
these niggas
for good.
Permanently. Big shout out, Dr. Umar.
Yes. Even though he ain't gonna fuck with me. People like,
he might
was a Mexican woman? That is a white woman.
That is a one stop away. Nah. Don't let Dr. Umar tell you how to live your life, though.
Nah, Dr. Umar gonna say she a white woman with a taco.
Wow.
What he gonna say?
You gonna swing on him or you gonna?
No.
It's all love. It's all love.
I know he means well.
He means well. He's just trying to bring you out. He's trying to teach you new things.
He's trying to protect our black culture.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind getting some Mexican culture. Like, you've been to Mexico, right?
Nah, yeah, actually I have.
Look,
I have. I mean, only for like 7-8 hours, on a little cruise. I don't think that really counts. But I really want to go. I really want to go and actually be in Mexico for like a few days.
It's a good time, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a big fan of the all-inclusive resorts.
I know. I know this. You've invited me a few times.
Yeah, man. You got to come out, dog. It's always an event. It's always a moment, I'll say. Like, every once a week out the year, I go to all-inclusive resort, and it just highlights the year, man. Like, it makes the worst of the year fucking worth it. Like, I'm not saying I'm trying to go play in traffic the rest of the year, but like that week out the year,
yeah,
I know where I'm at. I'm on somebody's beach getting drunk. Drinking their liquor.
And then like you don't have to pay for liquor because it's all inclusive.
All inclusive. It's in the name, dog. Like, literally, like flight, everything. You land. If you want to do some excursions or something, that's extra. But like,
gotcha.
You can just go land, go to resort. You ain't gotta pay nothing else. You eat food. You can get drunk as you want. You go to your room, wake up for breakfast. Food's always around. Like, there's always somewhere to eat.
You can wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, go down there. It's got something ready for you.
Yeah, go to the sports bar, eat a cold sandwich or some shit like that.
Okay.
And you're in another country, so you kind of have to get used to there's no McDonald's or something like right there readily. Maybe somewhere down the street, but you're in a resort. You're there to enjoy the resort.
Gotcha.
Eat the food.
All right.
Went to all inclusive last summer. Food way better. Fuck them kids. I want my food to taste good. I feel like they dumb down the food to like safe on everybody's palate. But now if it's all adults, you kind of, hey, you're an adult. You can taste that. You don't like it. Go get something else. But once again, fuck them kids. I love children. Don't. Sorry, my bad.
Kendall love the kids.
Kendall literally love the kids. Man. Just our goal really right now is to impart knowledge. One of the biggest things I wish I had growing up as a young adult, as a YN in these streets doing dumb shit for the fun of it. Somebody who really just, grabbed me by the ear and was like, hey, no, that's not right. You can't just be doing that. This ain't the way it's supposed to go.
I feel like we had it, but the age gap was so huge. Like, it was like, oh, I ain't trying to hear you. You don't understand me. Yeah. But like, if we had someone closer in age, like a Yunk.
Yeah, somebody who is still.
Yeah, like
we see them as cool, kind of, but not
like we look up to them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel you.
I mean, I kind of feel like I had that. I had that in like you and a couple of my other cousins that are a bit older, but not too old.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like 30 now. Like, how old are you?
I will be 39 next month.
See, so like when I was, 18, 19, 20, actually, I was seeing around that age, we weren't even hanging out that much because I was going to school at that time.
Yeah,
you were out here doing your thing. I was trying my best
not to be a bad influence.
25.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Another thing is like we try not to be bad influences on each other. All right, 24, 25. It's like I got old enough and I started coming out here on my own, and you were out here, and it's like if you're gonna be out here doing the shit, might as well be doing around me.
Right? Yeah, like I got you in the ways of not fucking up.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like we're out here bouncing, not going to Deep Ellum.
Look, somebody likes to hang out windows drunk.
And you was the one to pull me back in. Like, I still got the tape. We might be able to plug that in here or something. But
I was living. Yeah, he wants to play.
When I almost crashed out with old dude who called me a poser in Deep Ellum.
Is that where you wearing that shirt? Or
yeah, just... the Bulls. He was like, oh, you're a poser. In Texas. I'm like, fuck you. I like the color red, nigga. What?
See, and that's one thing you gotta learn. You're
like, hey, he's not worth it.
Yeah.
I was ready to crash out.
Now I gotta bail you out, and it's all kinds of things gotta go in there. I gotta go get money out.
Yeah, you gotta make sure Mama don't hear about it. Because I wouldn't have heard the end of it.
Never that.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. You learn from lessons like that. You kind of learn to not be as hot headed. Yeah, even when drinking, even when.
Oh yeah. But that's all. That's what a Yunk is. Like Yunk is a. You've been there, you've done that, and every now and then you feel it festering up and about to come back out again. But you've lived through it. You've been around long enough to know, like, okay, reel it back in. So I think that's what a Yunk is to me, is someone who's young, kind of started to reach unk status. You know what I'm saying? We're not in our 20s anymore. Up until 25, 26, I was still out here wilding in these streets. I was still out here trying to get active. Like, as active as I could. Because I've never really just been like gangster or thug, anything like that anyways. I've just always been on go, though. Like, it ain't gonna be you talk any type of way to me or step to me any type of way. I've never been that person. I've always been, oh, if you want to fight, then let's just fight.
Right.
And then you get older and you start realizing that
it's not worth it.
It's not. Because I beat your ass, I go to jail. Or I beat your ass, something happens, and then I got to look at it. I might be going to jail for a long time. Because when those charges come in, they rack up based off of how much damage you did.
Yeah.
And you don't think about that at the time when you're young and everything else. But as you get older, like, you're like, okay, well, this doesn't benefit me because I can whoop your ass, you go get a gun, and then come back. And it cost me my life.
Yeah, niggas don't know how to take ass whoopings nowadays.
They do not.
I feel like a lot of dudes carry guns for the simple fact they can't fight.
They
like,
can't.
I'm gonna say it with my whole chest. Yeah. I can fight. I'll talk shit every day. But a lot of niggas carry just to protect themselves from the fact that they don't want to take ass whooping.
That part. Can fight, will fight, but I think about it twice now. I'm like, is this worth it? Because I get the upper hand on, because a lot of them, they love to talk. And when you get out there and they think it's going to go one way, they think it's, I'm going to whoop his ass. And when they see, that plan didn't work, now it's like, okay, we reaching. We clutching. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
we clutching. No, I fear for my life. You try to pull that one.
I've lost fights. I ain't going to act like I've won every fight.
Yeah.
I've lost fights. I ain't never went and pulled a gun on a nigga for it.
You got to be not scared to lose a fist fight. That's what it really is.
What'd he say? You win some, you lose some.
All right, Pops.
You live to fight another day. That's what's wrong with you young boys. Don't know how to take an ass whooping. Scared to take an ass whooping. But, I mean, it comes with it. And it comes from growing up like that, too, though. I grew up in a little small town, like 1A. You know what I'm saying? You play all sides of the football type community. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew everybody.
Now, hear me out. Mount Enterprise is a one stoplight town. They have a Whataburger.
They got
now.
two now. They got two stoplights.
Two stoplights now. Wow, they are coming up. They have a Whataburger.
Coming up. They got a Whataburger. Got a Family Dollar. Nope, they closed it down. They got a Dollar General.
Coming up in the world.
But you go to school, and I'm gonna tell you, I had this one dude I'd fight with almost every day. And you can ask somebody who know me and somebody who know Dre, they're gonna say every day it was on site. And this is just the one guy, but I mean I fought plenty of people. Older, younger, it didn't matter. If you step to me, we going. And so it was kind of like I never had it in my head that, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna come shoot up the school or something like that. And that's what these kids do nowadays. They so scared.
They rather bring a gun to school. Like, if you that scared, go tell the teacher. But then realistically, teachers don't even fucking help. Like,
they don't. They make it worse.
They don't even make enough money to care.
I mean, see, I gotta give it to my teachers. They care.
No.
But
it's they care.
The way the school system is towards them, it's like if they care, they're punished for it.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta worry about keeping your job, your career.
Play the game
versus losing your job for trying to do the right thing and help a student. And I'm the type of person, I pride myself on doing the right thing no matter what. But not everybody's willing to take that risk.
True.
So all in all, like I said, we throw hands over here. I'm the type, I keep a pair of boxing gloves, 2 pair of boxing gloves in my bag. Anybody who know me can testify to this. And it's been plenty of times. Hey, let's throw hands. I got the gloves. Let's go ahead and do it.
They didn't really mean it.
They ain't feel it. They ain't feel it. It wasn't in their heart, and I don't blame them.
Well, no, yeah, man. You know, just that's what a Yunk is, and it's about being able to stay authentic while evolving and not losing yourself, but learning yourself enough to know how to react in situations and know how to, don't let people play in your face, but also don't let people trick you out your position, because people will play in your face just to do that.
Oh yeah,
and
they'll bait you.
Look, real quick, set you up, and now you getting escorted out the building. They taking your position. Like, oh shit!
Like you on the job, and you know who you are. You know what you're capable of, and they play in your face. They get you out of character. They get you out your body, and before you know it, you done raise your voice and deepen your voice, and now all of a sudden, I don't know why he's acting like this.
Why he's acting like that.
I don't understand. He's never acted this way before.
I don't know why he'd be angry at me calling him out of his name, or
And then now you getting escorted out the building. Meanwhile, they done took your position, or they put someone that they liked in your position because they felt like they were more qualified. And we all know why. We all know why they were more qualified. But that's the point of being a Yunk and not a YN. You learn to play the system and play the game how it goes.
Time to play the game.
Don't let them get you out your body.
Look, don't let them.
You gotta think.
Don't let them get you out of character, because you gotta stay in character. You gotta always play the role and just, I won't say smile and nod, but like,
no, not that. You just gotta know how to play the game.
Yeah.
Because one thing I've come to understand is the goal is for them to get you out of character. But if you are so in control of yourself and you control your surroundings and you know your environment, you're going to get them to come out their body before you do.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when you got them.
As a seasoned shit talker, like,
oh, yeah.
Just,
and just know how to word things.
Answer questions with questions. Like, is that how you feel?
Yeah.
Does that make you feel that way?
Hot. Hot. They get something hot. They can't stand it. They start fidgeting in their seat. You done did something when they can't sit still.
Look,
they can't sit still.
Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
But you do that, and then with that being said, keep a paper trail.
Yeah.
Keep that paper trail. You have to do that. But again, I don't. If we can avoid situations, let's avoid them. Because what's the end goal here?
Yeah.
To get money and live a good life.
Yeah.
You know, when you're young, the only thing you're worried about is my respect. I gotta have my respect.
Cause you're broke. Ain't nothing else
You
you
broke.
care about.
You ain't got no money. You ain't got a pot to piss in. When to dash it out of.
If you're between the ages of 15 and 25, your main goal should be to up your status. Not even in the sense of you make yourself better than somebody,
no.
but make yourself to where you ain't got to you don't have to ask anybody for anything. You don't have to worry about, well, I'm sleeping on somebody's couch today. Maybe they ain't get mad at me and kick me out.
Yeah, no.
It takes step by step. It's a learning process, and
it is.
Getting older and getting wiser from the shit you go through is just one of those things.
Yeah.
But what's I know if I could talk to my younger self, one thing I'd probably say is, shit, take it serious. Take it serious and strive for the best. And what's one thing you would tell your younger self?
One thing I'd probably tell my younger self, honestly, in all honesty, as someone who took things very serious at a young age, I worked hard to become a nurse. I worked hard to get a family and create my own family. But for me now to talk to my younger self, I would say enjoy life as much as you can in your youth. I wouldn't say, not to take it serious because you have to take it serious, but at the same time, enjoy your youth. Um, get your passport, travel out of the country, go see and get different perspectives from different cultures at a young age. I've done those things somewhat now, and I'm in the process of continuing expanding on that experience of experiencing different cultures and everything. But I feel like that is vital at a younger age because it shapes how you interact with people.
Yeah.
In the States, you see things differently and you understand and value. Um, you have a better understanding of what's actually valuable versus what's not. When you get outside of your own culture, when you get outside of your own box,
Yeah.
you see how other people see the world, and they a lot of times um, put value where it's supposed to be and not where we deem it should be here in the States.
It helps you put it into perspective,
yeah.
kind of seeing oh shit, I have Wi-Fi. I have,
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about extra, going in the town to get my food or things like that.
Right.
I've stayed at resorts where it was an easy 30-minute drive to the nearest, what was it, Walmart in Costa Rica?
Yeah.
30-minute drive to the nearest Walmart. And if you don't know where to get it from, you're going to have to just find out when you're living there.
Yeah.
But it's always fun, man. Go see the world. Get your passport other than going to other countries to trick on women. And I'm looking at you, passport bros. I'm looking dead in your eyes right now, telling you if you can't.
They ain't trying to find a wife.
No,
they trying to find something.
Yeah, understand. Hey, that's cool. That's what you want to do. If you can't get play in your hometown, don't expect to go internationally to get play. You might get played, but that's about it.
You're gonna bring something back with you.
If you don't come back, look, you might fuck around. You might not come back at all.
Nah, not for real. Especially out there in Colombia.
Boy,
you better ask somebody.
I saw a YouTube video of these dudes. They got drugged. They took some chicks home from the club and they got drugged. And they called one of their homeboys who was like staying also, but he wasn't with them. And they just woke up and all this shit was gone. They lost MacBooks. They lost all kinds of shit. Like, oh, trying to be friendly in the club, trying to blow money, trying to stunt. Like, is it worth it?
Nah.
Is it really worth it? Like,
that's the thing. Quit trying to stunt on everybody. The goal ain't to stunt. I don't understand it. Like, the goal is, and families aren't for everyone. They're not for everyone. The goal is, though, to make enough to take care of yourself and be comfortable and have a good life. But for those who a family is their goal, the goal is to go home and make sure the people that depend on you don't have to depend on you.
Yeah.
Let me say, the people that depend on you don't have to depend on you. So if you're a man and you're coming home and you're working, you're making that money, let's have a real Yunk conversation. Life insurance.
Yeah. You out here in these, if you're out here living a lifestyle that you know your best two options are either jail or your next Pablo Escobar or you're dead. One of the three.
Yeah.
You have a high chance of dying. Like the dying part's really high up there. So you have to invest in those things. Be prepared. You know that other shoe's gonna drop. Do something with your money. Start a snow cone stand. Start like a cash only business or something. Yeah. But enjoy it.
Invest in the people that depend on you. Like, invest in them because they got dreams. Like, some women, their goal in life is to be a trophy wife, a stay-at-home mother, things like that. But some women had dreams before they met you. And if you know that your woman had a dream before she met you, feed that dream. Because that dream is still there. She might have put it on pause to raise the children or help to clean your dirty laundry or whatever, but that's not it. That's not it. Like, there's more to life than that for her. And you got to know that. Like, imagine that the shoe was on the other foot and your wife just has an amazing career. You had dreams, bro. You had things you wanted to do in life. But she's the breadwinner. So we're going to sit at home and take care of the kids and da, da, da. Wouldn't you want her to help you be better? And I think that's another thing in society now is like women a lot of times you hear them say, "Oh, I can't get with him. He makes less than me." Like,
that is a big argument amongst like I won't say even the diaspora or like the just in our age range, but a lot of people don't want to build; they want a finished product. Yes. That's a big thing.
And even guys, even men, like, the thing is, you got to understand when you get a man who's the finished product, when he's a finished product and everything, you got to understand that man is looking for you for one thing. If he doesn't need you to help with money or if you all don't have children and everything else, yeah, you look good. What's he expecting for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, true. So don't act surprised when all he wants is what he wants.
Like, I think some people who are like their best asset is their ass and they lead with it. And then they're surprised when like, oh, all he wants from me is sex. Well, that's what you got him with. Yeah. And on the flip side, as a guy, if only thing you can do is flash money to get women, and then you're surprised that they only like you for your money.
They're gold.
Sir, oh my God.
Sir, you're in the club. Sir. With blue bills. and the bottles. Sir, you knew what you were gonna do.
Ran that play. You're the trick at this point.
Yeah. It was all good as long as it was working for you.
Right? When it stopped working, they start actually
in your favor. As long as it was working in your favor, you were good.
Nah.
But all she wants me for is my money, sir.
All she wants me for is my nah.
You gotta stop being shallow.
What's funny is I think what's fucked up a lot of people is you actually have to get people to you have to actually be nice to people nowadays. You can't bank on, oh well, I know a lot of grandfathers who kept women around because they couldn't get bank accounts or it was their only option for 100 miles. And it's the internet has shrunk the world. Society has progressed. Women are able to do more than they can now. And they don't have to wait around and say, oh, well, let me find this woe is me man. Man, they out here taking over the world.
Grandpa had a 5th grade education. But was bringing home the money. And let's discuss that. Let's discuss economics. Let's discuss that. Your grandpa worked at the factory or at the sawmill. He had your grandma and 3-4 kids. And then he would go 30 minutes to an hour to the next town. And had a whole nother family.
They say nowadays, times is so hard, niggas can't afford second families. Like,
what I look like?
What I look like, Susan?
She asked me when I get home. Who you talking to? I can barely afford this family. I'm scared of child support from you. No.
I told my girlfriend, I need another woman like I need another hole in the head. And she looked at me like she was low-key kind of offended. Like, I don't think that was the answer she expected. Like,
And then, not only that, it ain't only just the finances. Anybody who really understands what it's like to be with a woman, you really looking to add on to them problems? And I know we ain't shit ourselves as men, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't do that. I cannot have another woman. You ain't gonna be stressing me out, man. No, I'm good.
You don't give me enough attention. Ma'am, you are on the side. You are the side.
Oh, no. When the side think they the main.
Oh, yeah.
And then they figure out they decide. Or then when the side try and come to your main as a woman.
Woman. Hey, first off, rest in peace, Steve McNair. Don't ever get caught up, fellas. Like, think with your big head. Let's just start there. Don't let your major decisions in life or your critical decisions in life, they may not seem major at the time, but they're critical in the future, be controlled by the little head. We all know who I'm talking about. We all know what to do in the instance, but when blood start pumping, shit don't start working right. Brain start doing other things they don't want to do.
I'm gonna tell you, I am not going to snitch. I had a teacher at some point in my life who explained to me and my fellow classmates of the male gender that if you get in a situation where things are hot and heavy and a girl tells you no and you just feel you are hot, she said, go behind a tree and handle your business, do what you got to do, but you do not proceed.
True.
And that bit of information took me a long way, because not that I was worried about, doing certain things with women who did not want that. It was the fact of the matter that I started to understand that in the event that I want to do certain things with a woman and I'm not making rational decisions, I understood that I need to go handle my business before I go out with said woman, because then I'll be thinking more clearly.
That's the jerk one before you go on a date theory.
Yeah, exactly. Handle that before you
can't walk out in public with a loaded gun.
Yeah, and for those of you who do not have self-control,
practice that shit. You need it. It goes beyond sex. Like, it's a needed life experience. Like, if you can't control yourself in certain aspects, and you setting yourself up for failure, playboy. Like,
every war most wars that were started behind a woman. So these kings would go to war behind a woman. Achilles was weakened and destroyed behind a woman. You have to use your brain, your head, the big head.
Big head. Think with the big head, not the little one.
Like, because at the end of the day, death and destruction. All because you want to do something that felt good.
I've seen a lot of cats run around nowadays, and like, understandably, we as men need to get in touch with our emotions more. But if you're crashing out over somebody that don't want you, or somebody that you can't get to act right, or understandably, it's an emotional situation, but you gotta, is the crash out really worth it? Like,
I'm gonna tell you, I honestly, I will not crash out behind a woman who doesn't deserve it. And when I say that, understand, your mother, you crash out behind. Your sister, you crash out behind. Your wife, if she's a good wife, a loyal wife, you crash out behind. But a girl who's out here playing in your face with the friends, with your ops, whatever, that is not someone you crash out behind. If you was on the side of the road and she can't come and help you, if she ain't gonna help you steer the car while you push it, she ain't the one to crash out behind. A lot of guys these days are crashing out behind a woman who's going in behind another dude.
They're crashing out behind fine shit. Like, understandably, fine shit. I feel like a lot of people base their mate choices off of superficial things though, too, and it kind of it heightens the emotions. Like, oh, it's fine. Like,
I don't understand, but I've never understood that. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I have never understood why. Cause she may look good, but she ain't good, and that's what they say. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Everything that glitters ain't gold, and that's one of them old head sayings. You see what I'm saying? That's when you know you're reaching Yunk status. Is when you start quoting the old folks. You sit there and you say everything glitters ain't gold. Yeah, you start sounding like your parents, and you realize like, oh, she may look good, but this girl's sour. That girl is poison. Poison. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Do your research. Yeah, do your research. That's before my time, but don't worry about it. I'm in there. But you can have a woman beautiful, and she'll ruin you and everything that you worked hard for. And you got to understand that. I used to believe that this ain't nothing against women because I love women. I've always loved women. That's why I know women, because my friends have always been women. I've always been close with my cousins that are women. Like, I've always surrounded myself with beautiful women. And that's why beautiful women don't get me out my body.
You know, movie kind of like one of those, like, I got friends that are better than you. Like,
look, I come up in the club with my homegirls. You know what I'm saying? They looking good. So when the fine thing walk through, they like, you know, they trying hard. They trying to get your attention.
Yeah, like, oh, he got all these women around him. What is he?
Well, like what? Nah. No, like these my homegirls. And on the flip side, niggas don't get that neither. Niggas are like, oh yeah, I mean, I know you want to hit that. Nah, that's just my homegirl. And I've had bad homegirls since I was a youngin'. So it don't move me. And when you understand how women think and how they move, you don't let that stuff rile you up, because you start to understand, like, okay, she worried about him and he worried about her. Fine shit, she worried about another dude.
Fuck around, get you caught up because she's trying to use you as something to keep him interested in her. Exactly. Oh, she over talking to that other nigga. I gotta step it up.
Exactly. Like, and then you gotta be careful, because fine shit, that's your homegirl. Her man jealous and upset because he worried about you.
Yeah.
No, sir. I know this lady. I know this lady.
I pray for you daily.
Daily. I want you to succeed, my good sir.
Realistically, I tell you to leave her, but that's my nigga and I can't slander her name. Like,
look, all the nights she's called me crying about you or situations. And I've told her to leave you. But not for me. For another nigga. For another nigga. You ain't gotta worry about me, bro. I'm trying
to save your life. You don't even realize.
Let me calm down for you. I got a bounty out on my head.
Wow. Calm down.
But,
so
yes.
I'm not one to condone acts of violence or crime or like anything of that nature. But take this with a grain of salt, how you may. Stop snitching on yourself. Like, stop recording everything you do and every lick you hit. And like I said, it's your life. You live how you want. I'm not a big crime person. I don't do crime, so I ain't got to record myself doing crime. But if you got to record yourself doing crime to get clout, then maybe the clout's not worth it. Maybe you need to reevaluate.
Now it's like on New Year's, I seen a video of the rapper D Baby, from Houston. They out here letting AKs, everything else, just they dumping
into the sky, or like into like
into the sky over
a city,
homes.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yes, and you know what goes up must come down, and we've had countless cases of stray bullets hitting someone, and now they're looking for someone.
Yeah.
Why are you uploading this to Instagram? Why are you doing this?
Gotta be smarter.
Come on now. You know them people out there looking for you.
Look, don't give them a reason to lock you up. Shit.
Look, I'm telling you, like the black and brown, we already got enough reasons for them to try and lock us up as is. Why are we giving them reasons?
Look, don't give them no reason to just put you under the jail. But they will definitely know they gonna throw the book at your ass for sure.
What was your biggest lesson, from your biggest crash out? What was your biggest lesson from that?
Move in silence. I think my biggest crash out probably when I was at work and when my boss pissed me off, and the table complained, and instead of him just taking my side and like not even taking my side, hearing me out, he just I'm gonna take care of it for you. I'll knock the bill off. He cleared their bill, and then when I told him the story, he was like, "Oh well, I didn't know that." Nigga, had you waited for me for a second, I would have told you that. And he fucking, I ended up like talking mad shit to him, and then he kind of gave the other manager the green light because I guess they were looking to fire me anyways. Yeah. He gave them the green light, was like, "You can go and let him go." But had I moved in silence and sat down with him in private and like had an actual adult conversation, how that made me feel versus yelling at him in the middle of the middle of the kitchen, it kind of would have been a better play out. I probably might have, but nobody really wants to work for Buffalo Wild Wings the rest of their life. So
no,
there's that part.
Yeah, true that.
I've had a moment. I don't know, man. It's just about thinking. Like, you have to think ahead about this situation. Like, every situation has a cause and effect, and every situation is going to be a moment in life where you can either go A or B, and A is either the good choice or B is either the bad choice. And if you overreact and you act hot-headed, you can end up in situations where you're like, well, shit, it only took me 5 minutes to end up, serving a fucking 20-year bid because somebody pissed me off.
Yeah.
And it's one of those instances, man, like it's really simple. Like, trouble's not hard to find.
No.
And
it's
once
looking for you.
Yeah, it's actually looking for you. Once I came to that realization that like wasn't shit out here in these streets, wasn't shit out here that I didn't really need, that I needed, I'll say, but like I just came to that conclusion, and it's easier said than done. You can always say that, oh, I'm gonna wake up and be a better person, but a nigga test you, you gotta kind of have to. What Kendrick say, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas like
Yeah.
you can't let like niggas play in your face, but you also have to grow and be the bigger person at the end of the day.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm 300 pounds. I've always been the bigger person. And that's the thing for me. Is I've always been the bigger person. Now
I'm gonna get the bigger person.
I think my biggest crash out, to be honest, as an adult,
yeah. I guess as a kid, it's kind of give me a freebie.
I think as an adult, my biggest crash out probably about like 4 or 5 years ago, and we've been drinking, and that's a big thing is knowing who to be inebriated around.
Some niggas get drunk, get the acting different. Oh, now you a gangster. Now you a super bad nigga. Like, no.
Yeah, knowing who to be inebriated around, knowing how drunk you can get, and knowing your limits and their limits. But me and a few friends were drinking, and we had a few too many. And as I said, it's usually behind a female. I ended up ruffling some feathers in behind a female. The female, she was actually my homegirl. It's my homegirl. Like, and niggas got mad at me for how I talked to my homegirl. And she left or whatever, and niggas didn't like that too much because she was a pretty good piece of eye candy for them, I suppose. But they got upset. One thing led to another, and rather than me de-escalating the situation like I usually do, I just went ahead and said, "It is what it is. If we want to get down, let's get down." And so I ended up fighting not one but two of my good friends.
This time you got ran over, or this is another time? Okay,
this is another time. We've had a few moments, but we ended up getting into it. We threw down, and things went one way. But the thing is once you get into it with someone you truly care about, and you felt like they cared about you or care about you, but yeah, it's all about knowing who to be drunk around.
Yeah.
Knowing who you're around while you're drunk. You got to know yourself while you're drunk. That's the thing. When you're young, you don't know what you're like when you're drunk.
Yeah, you just know, hey, I like to get drunk. Have some fun.
Yeah. You don't care who party you ruin. Look, you getting told what you did the next day, and you're kind of like, you feel bad about it, but then you go do the shit again. Like,
there's no moral, like, oh, I shouldn't do that again. Like,
exactly.
You live and learn, but you get older and you get older, realize,
you get wiser. You start to learn, like, okay, this is my limit.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't even be drinking around you.
Look, knowing your limit is a big deal, but knowing who is, I won't say an enabler, but like knowing, like, hey, this person definitely likes to turn up. I used to have a homegirl. We'd end up at this bar every payday, and she's like, I can't leave this bar without spending $300-400. I was like, well, baby, we got to start going to this bar. Like,
we can get alcohol and just chill at the
We can get drunk at any bar. And like, what sucks is our group bar was around the corner, but it wasn't popping at the same time as this other bar was. And the other bar was very popular in the neighborhood. A lot of the people who would get off work and come there and hang out. Like, it was a good restaurant, but like they weren't price friendly. And I was like, you know what, let me make the bigger decision for my friend so we can get in a better situation so she didn't have to worry about going home empty pockets.
I feel like that's a thing you learn when you get older too. Like, you learn where to drink. You learn, like, okay, this is not budget friendly.
Look,
like, I'm on a pregame. I'm going to pregame. Yeah, I'm going to buy a bottle specifically
to pregame. Moral of the story, if you go into an event, i.e., a concert,
concerts for damn show,
a sporting event, and you aren't pre-gaming before you get there, you're not being financially responsible
at all.
And if that sounds weird, because pre-gaming and financially responsible are two things you never mention in the same sentence, but realistically, if I can get drunk on a $10 bottle of vodka versus ordering $10 vodka tonics when I get in the event, showing up with a buzz ain't bad.
It ain't. And that plus, what'd you say, pull a little Nicky?
The flask. Look,
you better bring your little flask. They don't call them spirits for nothing. You put them in that flask.
The flask save your life, man.
For real.
Get you a plastic one. I remember I went to an Usher concert back in the day, and I snuck, I'm gonna say, at least those airline bottles, at least 6 of them in the concert. I'm down to go say yeah with Usher, but I am not saying yeah to these prices at the AAC. Like,
let me tell you, Usher wilding out now. Because why is he targeting married women?
You know what he doing.
He don't give cherries to the single lady, none of them. He going to the married.
You see what DDG did?
He said, "I'll feed him to her."
No, give me that cherry. I'll feed it to her. Yeah. Hey, you gotta respect this brother. He's a proactive brother.
Nah, for real.
And some people say he was fragile in masculinity, but it's like no, like women. How many of y'all would let some pretty woman come feed y'all man strawberries in front of everybody?
Man, you ain't go. You ain't. Damn, the car ride home. You ain't finna make it to the car.
Look, what was it? Was it Burner Boy? It was some girl left her boyfriend to go on stage. It was a while. It was earlier this year, and early mid last year, and dance on some Afrobeat singer. She just left her man in the crowd, just looking sad.
Let me tell you, history repeats itself because a woman just lost a 10-year marriage for going on stage and kissing Romeo Santos.
What was this?
This was literally like a week or two ago. And Romeo Santos to the Latin community, especially what?
Is he like the Key Sweat of the Latin community, or like he's bigger?
For the younger, not younger because they're not younger now. For anyone from 25 to 40, that's their
that's their age range.
Yeah,
okay.
That's theirs. Like Romeo Santos and usually Prince Royce. They came around at the same time. But yeah, Romeo Santos and everybody knows. But it's
so you don't play with that's Mrs. To your girl.
Yeah, and he most definitely can. And so old dude, he just said, "Don't worry about it."
Mm-hmm.
It's done.
You can have
now
her.
She's over here. She's crying like, "Oh, he threw away 10 years." No, you threw away 10 years.
He didn't mean anything.
But let him go up there and get with Anita.
Well,
what you know about Anita?
Who is Anita? Am I on the outside? Is she better than Selena?
Chat. What is it? Chat.
Right.
Let her know about Anita. We gonna.
Is she better than Selena?
There's not many women out. No disrespect. We cannot disrespect Selena. I will say this. She raunchy. She get down.
She raunchy.
What she say? She know how to whine. She know how to throw that. Selena was, she was more so conservative and everything. She was.
I think this is before that.
Selena's the one that you take home to mama.
Wow.
Anita is the one. Yeah, she. Is
she like the Nicki Minaj of the Spanish community or something?
No, I don't think they even on the same playing field. But she a baddie.
Okay, noted.
She a baddie.
Now I gotta go do some research.
Well, yeah,
I gotta
go
find out who this is. But hey, now you live and you learn. One of those things.
Oh yeah.
But nah, man, I wouldn't mind a Selena. Old girl's about to get out of jail, right?
Oh yeah.
Was it Gladys? What's her name?
Price on her head.
She said she'd rather stay in jail than get out. Better.
If she know what's best for her.
I don't think the younger people realize how big Selena was. She's as, I won't say she's as big as was Beyonce, but she was on that level pre-internet.
You don't think she's as big as Beyonce?
I don't Beyonce nowadays is she's up there. Like she's 2013 Beyonce.
From grace right now.
I won't say she's falling from grace, but people are looking at her without the rose tinted glasses.
Yeah.
I love me some Beyonce.
And I think Selena, her passing when she did, kept her
at that rate, at that height.
Yeah, like people will always see her as that
Selena,
that young
the
girl
star.
The star, and the innocent, nice young lady, and hell come to those who say anything otherwise.
Yeah,
Selena got riders.
I think my favorite scene in that movie though, when they're in the mall, and she's like, "I want to try this dress on," and like one of the delivery people noticed her,
and the store was being funny.
Yeah, the lady in the store was being funny, and like everybody else was like,
she's like, "Nah, don't worry about it.
It's Selena," and she's like, "Who the fuck is this bitch?"
Yeah. Being in the black community, we've all known that feeling too well. You know what I'm saying?
They think you ain't who you are.
Yeah, like, no, I am think who I am. Got no money. Like, oh, what are they doing in here?
I am who I am.
Yeah, like so.
You ever seen the clip of rest in peace, Dennis Green? This is back in the guy. You were probably still in high school when this happened. Was he the coach? He was the coach of the Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals, and they were playing the undefeated Chicago Bears, and like they just got like they had the lead. They were in control of the game, and then Chicago just came back and just took it, like some strong arm thug shit. Like but I think Brian Urlacher snatched the ball out of the running back's hands mid play and just fumble recovery, and he was like mid conference and was like, "They are who we thought they are." Like they who the fuck we thought they was. Like there was no like sugarcoating around it. He was like, "They are them niggas." Like, and she was up there. Like,
oh yeah. Selena, she'll always be to the black people, Mexican people, everyone, especially in Texas, knows you don't speak ill towards Selena.
Nah, yeah,
and not expect somebody to come out the woodworks.
Yeah, smooth out the woodwork. What you talking about?
You always got that person in.
Like, nigga, that's your cousin or something?
Yeah.
No, like, but they don't give a shit.
What they say in the club,
we all friends.
So
you watch this show? That is a good. I can't think of it's a show that came on not Cartoon Network, Comedy Central, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it's these two white chicks. I can't think of the name of it to save my life. It's fucking hilarious. But like it's when I think it up, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna show you like the fucking show's hilarious. Good quotable moments. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. You know.
I've heard that on TikTok. On the TikTok.
On the TikToks. Speaking of the TikToks, TikTok might be banned here in the next 20 days.
But out here trying to make sure he keep it player. He said he
big Uncle Donnie
court. Oh yeah, Uncle Donnie.
Uncle Donnie.
He always come through. He said, "Hey, please take a moment to think about this.
I've got the greatest. What do you say? I've got a forming of an idea.
I've got a forming of an idea, and it's a great idea.
It's a great idea,
sir.
I can't see nobody stopping us. We're unstoppable. Went through a whole lot of obstacles. I swear we did the impossible.